Okay.
He's spitting, he's so Scottish. You brute. With physical force into it. Bro, I almost went down. I'm still going down. It's hitting me right here. I promise you. In Midsummer-Nights Dream, Act 1, Scene, Athens and a wood near it. Hush. Scene 1, Athens, the palace of Theseus. Enter Theseus, Hippolyta, Philostrate in attendance. How now, fair Hippolyta, our nuptial hour draws on apace. 4 happy days bringing another moon, but oi, methinks how slow this old moon wanes. She lingers my desires like to a step-dame or a dowager, long withering at a young man's revenue. For days will quickly steep themselves in night, for nights will quickly dream away the time, and then the moon, like to a silver bow new bent in heaven, shall behold the night of a solemnities. Go, Philostrate, stir up the Athenian youth to merriments, awake the pert and nimble spirit of mirth, turn melancholy forth of funerals. The pale companion is not for our pomp. Hippolyta, I wooed thee with my sword, and won thy love doing thee injuries, but I will wed thee in another key, with pomp, with triumph, and with revelling. Enter Aegeus, Hermia, Lysander, and Demetrius. Happy be Theseus, thou renowned duke. Thanks, good Aegeus, what's the news with thee? Full of vexation come I with a complaint against my child, my daughter Hermia. Stand forth, Demetrius. My noble lord, this man hath my consent to marry her. Send forth, Lysander, and my gracious duke, this man hath bewitched the bosom of my child. Thou, Lysander, thou hast given her rhymes, and interchanged love tokens with my child. Thou hast, by moonlight at her window sung, with feigning voice verses of feigning love, and stolen the impression of her fantasy with bracelets of thy hair, rings, gauds, seats, knacks, trifles, nosegays, sweetmeats, messengers, of strong preveniment and unhardened youth. With cunning hast thou filched my daughter's heart, turned her obedience, which is due to me, to stubborn harshness, and my gracious duke, be it so, she will not her, before our grace, consent to marry with Demetrius. I beg the ancient privilege of Athens, as she is mine, I may dispose of her, which shall be either to this gentleman, or to her death according to our law, immediately provided in that case. What say you, Hermia? Be advised, fair maid. To you your father should be as a god, one that composed your beauties, yea, and one to whom you are but his form in a wax, by him imprinted within his power, to leave the figure or disfigure it. Demetrius is as worthy a gentleman. So is Lysander. In himself he is, but in this kind, wanting your father's voice, the other must be held before thee. I would my father looked, but with my eyes. Rather your eyes must with this judgment look. I do entreat your grace to pardon me. I know not by what power I am made whole bold, nor how it may concern my modesty in such a presence here to plead my thoughts. But I beseech your grace, that I may know the worst that may befall me in this case, if I refuse to wed Demetrius. Either to die the death, or to abjure forever the society of men. Therefore, fair Hermia, question your desires. Know of your youth, examine well your blood, whether if you yield not to your father's choice you can enjoy the livery of a nun. For I, to be a shady cloister mute, to live a barren sister all your life, chanting faint hymns to the cold truth's moon. Thrice blessed they that master so their blood to undergo such maiden pilgrimage. But earthlier happy is the rose distilled, than that which, withering on the virgin thorn, grows, lives, and dies, in single blessedness. So will I grow, so live, so die, my lord, ere I will yield my virgin patent up unto his lordship, whose unwished yoke my soul consents not to give sovereignty. Take him to pause, and by the next new moon, the seal and day betwixt my love and me, for everlasting bond of fellowship. Upon that day either prepare to die, for disobedience to your father's will, or else to wed Demetrius as he would. Around Diana's altar to protest for austerity and single life. Relent, sweet Hermia, and I lines under yield, like raised title to my certain right. You have your father's love, Demetrius. Let me have Hermia's. Do you marry him? Scornful Lysander, true, he hath my love, and what is mine my love shall render him, and she is mine, and all my right of her I do assay unto Demetrius. I am, my lord, as well derived as he. As well possessed my love is more than his. My fortunes every way is fairly ranked, aye, if not with vantage as Demetrius, and which is more than all this boast can be. I am beloved of beauteous Hermia. Why should not I then prosecute my right? Demetrius, out of that it is his head, made love to Nagar's daughter, Helena, and won her soul, and she sweet lady dotes, devoutly dotes in idolatry, upon this spotted and inconstant man. I must confess that I have heard so much, and with Demetrius thought to have spoke thereof, but being overfull of self-affairs, my mind did lose it. But Demetrius, come, Aegis, you shall go with me. I have some private schooling for you both. For you, fair Hermia, look your arm yourself to fit your fancies to your father's will, or else the law of Athens yields you up, which by no means we may extenuate, to death or to a vow of single life. Come, my Hippolyta, what cheer, my love? Demetrius and Aegis go long. I must employ you in some business against our nuptial, and confer with you of something nearly that concerns yourselves. With duty and desire we follow you. How now, my love, why is your cheek so pale? How chance the roses there do fade so fast? Belike for want of rain, which I could well, beteen them from the tempest of mine eyes. Ay me, for aught that ever I could read, could ever hear my tell of history, the course of true love never did run smooth. But rather it was different in blood, we crossed too high to be enthralled too low. Or else misgrasped in respective years, we spiked too old to be engaged too young, or else it stood upon the choice of friends. Oh hell, to choose love by another's eye, or if there ever were a sympathy in choice, war, death, or sickness did lay siege to it. Madame, make it a moment as a sound, swift as a shadow, short as any dream, brief as the lightning in the collide night, that in spleen unfolds both heaven and earth, and ere a man hath power to say, behold, the jaws of darkness do devour it up, so quick bright things come to confusion. If then true lovers have been ever crossed, it stands as an edict in destiny. Then let us teach our trial patience, because it is customary cross, as due to love is all, thoughts and dreams and sighs, wishes and tears, poor fancy's followers. A good persuasion, therefore, hear me, Hermia. I have a widow aunt, a dowager, a great revenue, she hath no child. From Athens is her house remote 7 leagues, and she respects me as her holy son. There, gentle Hermas, may I marry thee, and to that place the sharp Athenian law cannot pursue us. If thou lovest me, then steal forth thy father's house tomorrow night, and in the wood a league without the town, where I did meet thee once with Helena, to do observance to a morn of a May, there will I stay for thee. My good Lysander, I swear to thee my Cupid's strongest bow, by his best arrow with the golden head, by the simplicity of Venus' doves, by that which knitteth souls and prospers loves, and by that fire which burned the Carthage queen, when the false Troyan under a sail was seen, by all the vows that ever men have broke, and number more than ever woman spoke. In that same place thou hast appointed me. Tomorrow truly will I meet with thee. Keep promise, love. Look, here comes Helena. Enter Helena. Godspeed, fair Helena, with that way. Call you me fair? That fair again unsay. Demetrius loves you fair, oh happy fair. Your eyes are lodestars, and your tongue sweet air, more tunable than lark to shepherd's ear, when wheat is green, when hawthorn buds appear, sickness is catching, oi, were favor so, yours would I catch, fair Hermia, ere I go.
No way, bro.
My ear should catch your voice, my eye your eye, my tongue should catch your tongue's sweet melody. Or the world mine, Demetrius, being baited, the rest I'd give to be to you translated. Oi, teach me how do you look, and how what art you away the motion of Demetrius' heart. I frown upon him, yet he loves me still. Oi, that you that your frowns would teach my smiles such skill. I give him curses, yet he gives me love. Oi, that my prayers could such affection move. The more I hate, the more he follows me. The more I love, the more he hateth me. His folly, Helena, is no fault of mine, None but your beauty would not fought were mine. Take comfort, he no more shall see my face. Lysander and myself will fly this place. Before the time I did Lysander see. Seemed Athens as a paradise to me. Oi. Then what graces in my love do dwell, that he hath turned to heaven into hell. Helen, to your mind we will unfold. Tomorrow night, when Phoebe doth behold her silver visage in the water glass, decking with a liquid pearl the blady grass, a time that lovers' flights doth still conceal. Through Athens' gates have we devised to steal. And in the wood, where often you and I upon faint primrose beds were wont to lie, empty in our bosoms of the counsel sweet, there my Lysander and myself shall meet. And thence from Athens turn away our eyes, to seek new friends and stranger companies. Farewell, sweet playfellow, pray thou for us, and good luck grant thee, thy Demetrius. Keep word, Lysander, we must starve our sight from lovers' food till morrow deep midnight. I will, my Hermia, adieu. As you on him, Demetrius, still to me, how happy some error some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know withal, but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I admiring of his qualities. Things base and vile, holding no quantity. Love can transpose to form indignity. Love looks not with his eyes, but with the mind, and therefore his wings Cupid painted blind. Nor hath love's mind of any judgment taste, wings, and no eyes figure unheedy taste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled, as waggish boys and game themselves forswear, so the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eye, he held down oaths that he was only mine. And when his hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved and showers of oaths did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia flight, then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her, and for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. But herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have this sight thither and back again. Scene 2, the same, a room in Quince's house. Enter Quince, snug. Enter... Bro. Look at that, bro. He loves me. He loves me not. Scene 2, the same, a room in Quince's house. Enter Quince, snug bottom, flute, snout, and starveling. Is all our company here? You are best to call them generally, man by man, according to the script. Here's the scroll of every man's name, which is thought fit, through all Athens to play in our interlude before the Duke and the Duchess, on his wedding day at night. First, good Peter Quince, say what the play treats on, then read the names of the actors, and so grow to a point. Mary, our play is the most lamentable comedy and most cruel death of Pyramus and Thisbe. A very good piece of work, I assure you, and a merry, now good Peter Quince, call forth your actors by the scroll, master, spread yourselves. Answer as I call you, Nick Bottom the Weaver, ready name that's what part I am for, and proceed. You, Nick Bottom, are set down for Pyramus. What is Pyramus? A lover or a tyrant? A lover that kills himself most gallantly for love. That will ask him tears in the true performing of it. If I do it, let the audience look to their eyes. I will move a storm. I will condole in some measure. To the rest, yet my chief humor is for a tyrant. I could play Ergo rarely, or a part to a cherry cat to make all split. The raging rocks and shivering shocks shall break the locks of prison gates, and Phoebus' car shall shine from far and make and mar foolish fates. This was lofty. Now come to the rest of the players. This is Eric's vein, a tyrant's vein. A lover is more condoling. Francis Flute, the bellows of Mender. Here, Peter Quince, you must take Thisbe on you. What is Thisbe? A wandering knight. It is the lady that Pyramus must love. Nay, faith, let not me play a woman. I have a beard coming. That's our one. You shall place in a mask, and you may speak as small as you will. And I may hide my face, let me play Thisbe too. I'll speak in a monstrous little voice. Thisne, Thisne, I, Pyramus, my lover, dear, thy Thisbe dear and lady dear. No, no, you must play Pyramus, and fleece you Thisbe. Well, proceed. Robin Starveling, the tailor. Here, Peter Quince. Robin Starveling, you must play this by mothers. Tom Snout, the tinker. Here, Peter Quince. You, Pyramus's father, myself. This by Father Snug, the joiner. You, the lion's part, and I hope here is a play fitted. You have the lion's part written. Pray you, if it be given it me, for I am slow of study. You may do it enter more, for it is no thing but roaring. Let me play the lion too, I will roar. That I will do any man's heart good to hear me. I will roar. That I will make the Duke say, let him roar again, let him roar again. And you should do it too terribly. You would fright the Duchess and the ladies, that they would reek, and that there were enough to hang us all. That would hang us, every mother's son. I grant you, friends, that you should fright the ladies out of their wits. They would have no more discretion but to hang us. But I will aggravate my voice so that I will roar. You as gently as a sucking dove, I will roar. You as twere any nightingale. You can play no part for Pyramus is a sweet-faced man. A proper man as one shall see in a summer's day. A most lovely gentleman like man, therefore you must need to play Pyramus. Well, I will undertake it. What beard were I best to play it in? Why, what you will. I will discharge it in either your straw-colored beard, your orange tawny beard, your purple and grain beard, or your French crown-colored beard, your perfect yellow. Some of your French crowns have no hair at all, and then you will play barefaced. But masters, here are your parts, and I am to entreat you, request you, and desire you to come then by tomorrow night and meet me in the palace wood, a mile without the town, by moonlight. There will we rehearse. For if we meet in the city, we shall be dogged with company, and our vice is known. In the meantime, I will draw a bill of properties, just such as our plays once. I pray you, family night. We will meet, and there we may hearse more unseemly and courteously. Pains be perfect, adieu. At the Duke's Oak we meet, and that hold or cut great show.
Taylor. Stay silent. I'm not arguing. Pierce, that includes you. Oh yeah, we can see every little aperture that you move. I promise you. Stay silent. Stadium Arcadium. Ooh. Now they know. Oh, is it one big brawl? Is that what happens? Is that what happens when you're under duress, Pierce? Is that what happens when you're under duress, Pierce? Stadium Arcadium on the cell tower? Is that how it works? Okay, little girl, you're about to find out the hard way. The hard way. The Ark of the Covenant. Goodbye. She faints. You feel the blood pressure, right? Black Point.
Try something different here. Act 2. Scene 1. A wooden Athens. Enter a fair on one side and Puck on the other. Puck. How now, spirits? Whither wander you? Over hill, over dale. Thorough bush, thorough briar. Over park, over pale. Thorough flood, thorough fire. I do wander everywhere. Swifter than the moon's sphere, and I serve the fairy queen. To do her orbs upon the green. The cowslips tall her pensioners be. In their gold coat spots you see. Those be rubies, fairy favors. In their freckles fly their saviors.
You're done. Thank you.
I must go seek some dewdrops here, and hang a pearl in every cowslip's ear. Farewell, thou lob of spirits, I'll be gone. Our queen and all her sides.
Get the dog whistle off.
Our queen and all her elves come here anon.
Get the dog whistle.
The king doth keep his revels here tonight. Take heed the queen come not within his sight. For Oberon is passing fell in wrath, because that she as her attendant hath a lovely boy, stolen from as Indian king.
I have spies too. Get them out.
She never had so sweet a changeling,
Oh, I guess you
and
didn't realize
jealous
that was the
Auburn
Ark of the
would
Covenant. Now I'm
have the
pissed 'cause
child.
I have to deal with this
Night
little
of this
bitch
train,
on my
so trace
eyeball.
the forest wild, but she perforce withholds the loved boy, crowns him with flowers, and makes
We
him
see what
all
you're
her
doing. It's
joy.
on video. Thank you. Goodbye.
And now they never meet in grove or green, by fountain
the
clear
hard way.
or spangled starlight sheen, but they do square all that their elves for fear creep into scorn cups and hide them there. Either I make mistake your shape and make him quit, or else you are that shrewd and knavish sprite, called Robin Goodfellow. Are you not he that frights the maidens of the villagry, skim milk, and sometimes labor in the quern, and Brutus make the breathless housewife churn, and sometimes make the drink to bear no berm,
You can get mad all you want.
mislead night wanderers, laughing at their harm?
No, it's annoying.
Those that hobgoblin call you and sweet Puck, you do their work, and they shall have good luck. Are you not he? Fairy, thou speakest right. I am this merry wanderer of the night. I jest to Oberon and make him smile, when I, a fat and bean-fed horse, beguile, neigh in the likeness of a filly foal, and sometimes lurk I in gossip's bowl, in the very likeness of a roasted crab. And when she drinks against her lips, I bob, and on her wither be lap pour the ale. The wisest hand still in the saddest tale.
Retard.
Sometimes for 3-foot stool may staketh me, then slip I from her bow, down topple she, and tell her cry, and falls into a cuff. And then she whole choir hold their hips and laugh, and wax them in the mirth, and knees and swear. A merry hour was never wasted there. But room fairy, here comes Oberon, and here my mistress would that he were gone. Enter Oberon from one side with his train, and the Titania from the other with hers. Ill met by moonlight's proud Titania. What? Jealous Oberon, fairy, skip hence. I have forsworn his bed and company.
You just lost. You know why you
Fairy,
just lost?
rash wanton, I am not thy lord. That I must be thy lady, but I know when thou hast stolen away of the fairyland, and in the shape of corn sat all day, playing the pipes of corn and versing love to Amoria's fully death. Why art thou here?
Lipstick.
Come to the furthest step of India. What's that, forsooth, the bouncing Amazon? Your buskined mistress and your warrior love to Theseus must be wedded, and you come to give their bed joy and prosperity. How now?
On the keyboard,
How
dude.
canst thou thus for
Stay
shame,
silent.
Titania, giants at my credit with Hippolyta,
Red lipstick.
knowing I know thy love to Theseus? Did thou not lead him through glimmering night? From Paragonia, whom he ravaged, and make him with fair Aglae break his faith, with Eridan and Antiopa. These are the forgeries of jealousy, and never since the middle summer
Flash.
spring met we on hill and dale forest or mead, be paved fountain, or my rushy brook, or in the beach margin of the sea, to dance our ringlets to the whistling wind, but with thy brows thou hast to serve as sport. Therefore the winds piping to us in vain, as in revenge, have sucked up from the sea contagions, fogs, which falling in the land have ever pelting river made so proud, that they have overborne their continents. The ox hath therefore stretched his yoke in vain. The ploughman lost his sweat, and the green corn hath rotted ere his youth attained a beard. The fold stains empty in the drowned field, and crowns are fatted with the murriest flock. The 9 men's moors are filled with mud, and the quaint mazes set the wanton green for lack of tread are undistinguishable. The human mortal comes a winching here. No night is now with him or peril blessed, that for the moon, the governess of floods, pale in her anger watches all the air. That rheumatic diseases do abound, and thorough this distempered we see. At seasons alter, hoary yolk of frost fall on the flesh lap of the crimson rose, and on Himes then an icy crown, and a glorious chaplet of sweet summer buds is, as in mockery set. The spring, the summer, the childing autumn, angry winter change their wonted liveries in the maid's world. By their increase now knows not which is which. and this same progeny of evil come. For our debate, from a dissension we are the pent and original.
Stay silent.
Do you not amend it then that lies in you? Why should Titania cross for a barbarian? I do but beg a little changeling boy, to be my henchman. Nay. Set your heart at rest, the fairy land buys not the child of me. This mother was a vulturess of my order, and in the spice Indian air by night, full often hath she gossiped by my side, and sat with me on Neptune's yellow sands, marking the embarked traders on the flood, when we have laughed to see the tales conceive, and drove big-bellied with the wanton wind. Would she, with pretty and with swimming gait, following her womb, then rich with my young
Stay
squire,
silent. It's not a joke.
would
I'm not
imitate and sail upon the land, to fetch my trifles and return again, as from a voyage rich with merchandise, but she, being mortal, of that voyage did die. And for her sake I do rear up her boy, and for her sake I will not part with him. How long within this wood intend you stay? Perchance till after Theseus' wedding day? If you will patiently dancing around, and see our moonlight revels, go with us. If not, shun me, and I will spare your haunts. Give me that boy, and I will go with thee. Not for the fairy kingdom, fairies away. We shall chide downright if longer stay. Well, go thy way, thou shalt not from this girl. Till I torment thee from this injury, my gentle Puck, come hither, thou rememberest. Since once I sat upon a promontory, and heard a mermaid on a dolphin's back, uttering such dulcet and harmless breath, that the rude sea grew civil at her song, and certain stars shot madly from their spheres to hear the sea made music. I remember that very time I saw it, but thou couldst not, flying between the cold moon and the earth, Cupid all armed, a certain aim he could, at a vessel throned at the west, and loosed this love shot smartly from his bow.
Hill control. Yeah, we can. You following the bird around? Yeah, we can see it.
As it should pierce 100,000 hearts, but I not seeing young Cupid's fiery
From
death
space, retard.
quench in the chaste beam of the watching moon. And the imperial vultures pass on. In maiden meditation fancy free. Yet marked I where the bolt of Cupid fell, and fell upon the little western flower.
Oh, there she is.
Before white, milk white, now purple was love's wound, and maidens call it love and idleness.
No.
Fetch me that flower, that herb I showed thee once. The juice of its on sleeping eyelids lay will make our man or woman madly dote upon the next live creature that it sees. Fetch me this herb, and be thou here again, ere the Leviathan can swim a league. I'll put a girdle round about the earth in 40 minutes. Having once this juice, I'll watch Titania when she is asleep, and drop the liquor of it in her eyes. The next thing when she waking looks upon, be it on lion, bear, or wolf, or bull,
Your team about to score.
on meddling donkey, or on busy ape, she shall pursue it with the soul of love, and ere I take the charm off from her sight, as I can take it with another herb, I'll make her render up her page to me. But she who comes here, I am invisible, and I will overhear the conference. Enter Demetrius, Selena, follow him. Then, I love thee not, therefore pursue me not. Where is Lysander and fair Hermia? This one I'll slay, the other slayeth me. Thou toldest me they were stolen in the wood, and here am I, the wood, and within this wood, because I cannot meet Hermia. Hence I get thee gone, and follow me no more.
Hill incoming.
You draw me, you hard-hearted abatement,
Hill ready. Hill control.
but yet you draw not iron for my heart or truest steel. Leave your power to draw, and I shall have no power to follow you. Do I entice you? Do I speak you fair?
Hill control.
Or rather, do I not in plainest truth tell you I do not nor I cannot love you? And even for that, do I love you more, the more. I'm your spaniel, and Demetrius. The more you beat me, I will fawn on you. Use me but as you spaniel. Spurn me, you strike me, neglect me, lose me. Only give me leave. Unworthy as I am to follow you, the worst place can I beg in your love. and yet a place of high respect with me.
I'm not asking you, retard.
Than to be used as you use your dog, no. Nay,
You ain't the
tempt
authority here, I
not
promise
too much
you.
the hatred of my spirit, for I am sick when I do look on you, and I am sick when I do look not on you. You do impeach your modesty too much. I leave the city and commit yourself into the hands of one that loves you not.
Enemy team took
To trust
the
the
hill.
opportunity I'm not, and the ill counsel of a desert place, when the rich worthy of your virginity.
Hill control.
Your virtue is my privilege, for that it is not night when I do see your face. Therefore I think I am not in the night, nor doth this wood lack worlds of company. For you and my respect are all the world, then how can it be said I am alone, when all the world is here to look on me? I'll run from thee and hide me in the brakes, and leave thee on the mercy of wild beasts. The wildest hath not such a heart as you. Run when you will, the story shall be changed. Apollo flies, and Daphne holds the chase. The dove pursues the griffin. The mild hind makes speed to catch the tiger. Bootless speed, when cowardice pursues and valor flies. I will not say the question, let me go, or if thou follow me, do not believe, but I shall do thee mischief in thy wood. Aye, in the temple, in the town, the field, you do me mischief. Fie, Demetrius, your wrongs do set a scandal on my sex. We cannot fight for love, as men may do. We should be wooed, and were not made to woo. Exit Demetrius. I follow thee, and make a heaven of hell, to die upon the hand I love so well. Fare thee well, nymph, ere he do
I
love
don't care about that.
this grove, thou shalt fly him, and he shall seek thy love. Re-enter Puck. Hast thou the flower there? Welcome, wanderer. Aye, there it is. I pray thee give it me. I know a bank whereon the wild rhyme I pray thee give it me. I know a bank whereon the wild thyme blows, where oxlips and the nodding violet grows, quite over-canopied with luscious woodbine, with sweet musk roses, and with eglantine. There sleeps Titania some time of the night, lulled in these flowers with dances and delight, and there the snake throws her enamelled skin. Weed wide enough to wrap a fairy in, and with the juice of this I'll streak her eyes, and make her full of hateful fantasies. Take thou some of it, and seek through this grove. A sweet Athenian lady is in love with a disdainful youth. Anoint his eyes, but do it when the next thing he espies may be the lady. Thou shalt know the man by the Athenian garments he hath on. Affect it with some care, that he may prove more fond on her than she upon her love. And look thou meet me ere the first cock crow. Fear not, my lord, your servant shall do so. Scene 2. Another part of the wood. Enter Titania with her train. Come now, around in a fairy song. I am drunk. How now? How now? Now I see. Scene 2. I am drunk. Another part of the wood. Enter Titania with her train. Come now around on a fairy song, then for the third for a minute hence. Some to kill cankers in the musk rosebud, some more with rear mice for their leathern wings, to make my small elf coats, and some keep back to clamorous owl that nightly hoots and wonders. At our quaint spirits, sing me now asleep. Then to your offices and let me rest. The fairies sing. 1. You spotted snakes with double tongue, thorny hedgehogs be not seen. Newest and blind worms do no wrong. Come not near our fairy queen, Philomel, with melody, singing our sweet lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby. Lulla, lulla, lullaby. Never harm, nor spell nor charm. Come our lovely lady nigh, so good night with lullaby. Sebastian. Weaving spiders come not here,
Capture
hence
the
you
flag.
long-legged spinners hence. Beetles black approach not near, worm nor snail do offense.
That easy.
Philomel with melody,
Shoot.
and Clayton.
My dude, get off. You see the problem I'm having here?
Hence away,
Little
now all
bitch,
is
you're not
well.
getting it.
One aloof stands sentinel. Enter Auburn and squeezes the flower on Titani's eyelids.
Smiling bitch. Get the look off your face. I can smile too. Officer, you're under arrest. Stay silent.
What thou seest will now just
Shaker.
wake. Do it for thy true love
Salt and
take.
pepper.
Love and language for this sake.
There's Cameron.
Be it once, or cat or bear, parted boar with bristled hair, in thy eye thou shalt
not
appear.
arguing.
When thou wakest, it is thy dear. Wake when some vile thing is near. Enter Lysander and Hermia. Fair love, you faint with wandering in the wood, and to speak troth I have forgot your way. Well, rest us, Hermia, if you think it good, and tarry for the comforts of the day. Be it so, Lysander, find you out of the bed, for I, upon this bank will rest my head.
Guys,
One turf shall serve as pillows for us both, one
What
heart,
was
one
that?
bed, two bosoms, and one
that
trough.
was recorded.
Nay, good Lysander, for my sake, my dear, lie further off yet, do not lie so near. Oi, take the sense,
Triple
sweet
look.
my
Hey, there he
innocence.
goes.
Love takes the meaning in love's conference. I mean that my heart unto yours is knit,
I'm
so
reporting
that by
you.
one heart we can make of it two bosoms, interchange with an oath. So when two bosoms and a single troth, then by your side no bedroom me deny. For lying, no Hermia, I do not lie. Lysander riddles very prettily. Now much be true my manners and my pride, if Hermia meant to say Lysander lied. But gentle friend, for love and courtesy lie further off than human modesty. Such separation as may well be said, becomes a virtuous bachelor and a maid. So far be distant and a good night, sweet friend. Thy love's near, alter till thy sweet life end. Amen, to that fair
My dude.
prayer, and say I. And then in life when I in loyalty. Here is my bed. Sleep give thee all his rest. With half that which his wisher's eyes be pressed.
Dude, you should feel this shit.
Interpuck.
Yo, get off.
Though forth I have gone, but Athenia
Get
found I
off.
none. On whose eyes I might approve this flower's force
cast nerves?
is stirring love. Night and silence, who is here? Weeds of Athens he doth wear. This is he, my master said. Despise the Athenian maid, and hear the maiden sleeping sound on the dank and dirty ground. Pretty soul, she durst not lie. Near this sack love, this kill curtsy. Churl upon thy eyes I throw.
So last night was recorded as
All
well.
the power of this charm doth awe. When thou wakest, let love forbid, sleep his seat on the eyelid. So awake and I am gone, for I must know to Auburn. Exit. Enter Demetrius and Helena running. Stay, thou kill me, sweet Demetrius. I charge thee hence, and do not haunt me thus. Oi, wilt thou darkling leave me? Do not so. Stay on thy peril. I alone will go. Exit Demetrius. Oi. I am out of breath in this fond chase. The more my prayer, the lesser is my grace. Happy is Hermia, wheresoever
feel
she
that?
lies,
Okay,
for she
goodbye.
hath blessed and attractive eyes. How come her eyes so bright, not with soft tears? I want to know that. If so, my eyes are oftener washed than hers. And I know I am as ugly as a bear. For beasts that meet me run away for her. Therefore no marvel, through Demetrius, do the monster fly my presence thus. What wicked and dissembling glass am I? Made me compare with Hermia's sphere urn? But who is here? Lysander, on the ground, dead or asleep. I see no blood, no wound. Lysander, if you live, good sir, awake. And run through fire I will for thy sweet sake. Transparent Helena, nature shows art, that through thy bosom makes me see thy heart. Where's Demetrius? Oi, how fit a word! Is that vile name to perish on my sword?
Assault. Neutral bomb. Get the objective.
Fucking retard.
Do not say so, Lysander, say not so. Why though he loved your Hermia, Lord? Why though? I am drunk. I am drunk. Heed my warning. Yet Hermia still loves you. Then be content. Content with Hermia? No, I do repent the tedious minutes I with her have spent.
Well, I guess it was
Not Hermia, but Helena I love,
I didn't
who will
invite
not
you, you're
change
not
a raven for a
invited.
dove.
I
The will of
promise
a
you
man
art,
is by his
bitch.
reason's
I'm
way,
not
and reason
arguing.
says you are the worthy man.
I really would kill every
Things
goddamn
growing
person.
are
I'm
not ripe
arguing.
until the reason. So I, being young till now,
I
ripe
promise
not
you, I'm
to
not
reason.
arguing.
And touching
We're
now
not
the
on
point
the
of a
same
human
page
skill, reason
at
becomes
all.
the marshal to my will. And laid me to your eyes where I overlook
Let me play the game
love
without being
stories written
harassed.
of Richard's book. Wherefore was I this
Right
keen
here,
mockery
get off.
born?
I'm about to get angry, dude.
When at your hand did I deserve this scorn? It's not enough, young man, that I did ever know nor
My
ever
dude,
can deserve
you
a
are
sweet
being
look from
recorded.
Demetrius as I. But you must flout my
I guess he
insufficiency.
is not getting it, is he?
Good troth, you do
are
me
being
wrong, good
recorded
sooth you
in
do.
more than one way.
In such
Stop
disdainful
coming in
manner
here
me
and
to
talking
woo.
about death.
But fare you
whenever I'm the
well,
one that
for
has
first I
the
must
right to
confess,
kill you.
I thought you
Stop
Lord of
doing
more
that.
true gentleness.
I'm not arguing
the
about it.
lady
You
of one
fucking
man
bug.
refused, should of another therefore be abused.
Get
She
the
sees
MK
not
Ultra
Hermia.
off me.
Hermia, sleep thou there.
Now.
And never mayst thou come
Fucking
Lysander near,
retard.
for as the surfeit of the sweetest things, the deepest loathing into the
ashy
stomach
you
brings, or as the heresies that men do leave, are hated most of those they do deceive. So thou, my surfeit and my heresy, of all be hated, but the most of me, and all my powers address your love and might, to honor Helen and to be her knight. Help me, Lysander, help me, do the best. To pluck this crawling serpent from my breast, I, for my pity, what a dream was here. Lysander, look how I do quake with fear. Methought the serpent eat my heart away, and you sat smiling at his cruel prey. Lysander, what removed, Lysander, Lord? What, out of hearing gone, no sound, no word? Alack, where are you? Speak, and if you hear, speak of all love. I swooned also with fear. No, when I well perceive you are not nigh, either death or you will find immediately.
Okay.
You see how mad they're getting?
Yeah, it's not the time to do that. So I'll be back with more Midnight Summer's Dream. I'm not dealing with your shit, guys. The right to remain silent. I'm not putting up with your shit at all. The MK Ultra, this follow me around 24/7 at birth. I don't care about your problems out here. I don't want. There's a reason I stopped. I don't want that. So quit doing that. I'm not involved with anything you have going on out here. Stay silent, all of you. Quit coming in here and guiding the path with product placement. And then unraveling it as I go about my day. And then shaking a cell tower as I sit here on my little box. So I will continue with Midnight Summer's Dream. This isn't that important to me. I don't care about that. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's another Shakespeare. We're having fun here. You're not welcome here. I guess you didn't
hear me the first time at birth, Ark, I'm more than angry. So I'm going to move forward here. Quit harassing me or I will do something about it. The MK Ultra, you have been caught. It is being recorded. Every fucking step, every little eyelid is being recorded. It has been proven. Stop coming in here and trying to talk about shit I don't want to talk about. There's a reason I don't talk about it. I don't like you. Stop talking to me. There's a reason I stopped coming around. Fraud. So, the next step here, as I sit here and do Shakespeare, the original, fucker, you're not invited.